Yeah, g'day grade 6. Mr. Jones here. Welcome back to the Flip Learning Experience. We've had a couple of weeks off, but we are back into the swing of it today. Our lesson today is all about the order of operations. I'm really excited about it. We started this in term 1. We're going to be continuing and expanding on it right here today. I'm going to be taking you through a video, and it's going to be our focus tomorrow with your designated maths teacher, but also throughout the week. This is our maths focus. We're going to have some posters up on the wall so you can refer to them. And this video you'll be able to refer to throughout the course of the week for your understanding. There you can see week 4 order of operations, our WALT. What are we trying to do? Well, we're using the order of operations to solve multi-step problems. As we move on to high school, as we get through to year 9 and 10 and beyond, we're going to be confronted with multi-step problems. What I'm looking for today and through the week is, can you use BOMDAS to follow correct order? If you don't know what BOMDAS is, you're going to find out very shortly. And the second thing is, can you use your number fact knowledge to solve multi-step problems in general? And when I say number fact knowledge, I'm not just talking about times tables. I'm talking about, can you use division? Can you use addition and subtraction efficiently? And we're going to talk about exponents as well here. And that might be a new term for some of us, but we're going to be seeing if we can do that. Why are we doing this? Well, we want to use, we have these common multi-step problems every day. You've got to add how many students are in a classroom and then divide that by how many have brown eyes. I don't know, that's a really lame duck example. But later in the week we're going to come up with real life examples of using order of operations because we want to make it real life. So that's the goal for this lesson and beyond. Let's start with the operations. Operations means, that term operation means things like add, subtract, multiply, divide, and squaring, which is something we're bringing into it today. If it isn't a number, it is probably an operation. By the way, I must thank mathsisfun.com, great website for providing some of the images here. But when you see something like this, as it says, you've got 7 plus 6 times 5 squared plus 3. What part should you calculate first? Where do you begin? Now, it's a confusing thing. Do you start at the left and go to the right, or do you go to the right from the left? The key here is we have an order of operations, because if you calculate them in the wrong order, it's very simple. You will get the wrong answer. Long ago, people agreed to follow a set of rules when doing calculations, much like punctuation, and these rules we must abide. The order of operations, and I'm going to take you through those order of operations step by step. The first thing you do when you get an operation, well, just like the one I've got here, is you must do the brackets first. In this case, that's 5 plus 3. So you do what's in the brackets first. Alright, notice as the example shows here, that if you don't do the brackets first, you can get a completely different answer. So the goal here, do the brackets first. This is something new that we're adding into term 4. It's exponents. So powers, roots, okay. Before multiply, divide, and you add or subtract, you must do the exponents. In this case, this is 2 squared, or 2 times 2. So if you are confronted with that, that's the second thing you need to do. So I'll talk about this more tomorrow and later in the week, but 2 squared, that's the second thing you need to do. We call them exponents. Once again, you'll see, if we don't do it, answer incorrect. Third step, make sure we multiply or divide before you add or subtract. If there's any multiplication or division, you must do that before you add or subtract. So in this case here, 2 plus 5 times 3. First thing you do, 5 times 3. Get it out of the way. Makes it 15. Then you go back. 2 plus 15 equals 17. If I wasn't to do that, I'd go 2 plus 5 is 7 times 3 is 21. Wrong answer. Alright, make sure that you do multiplication and division before you add and subtract. So once you've got your brackets, you've got your exponents, and you've got your multiplication and your division out of the way, it's just a simple thing. You go back and you go left to right. You get that addition and you get that subtraction out of the way. You don't just make up any random order. You go left to right, finish the job. So how do I remember it all? This comes back to our learning goal, where I spoke about BOMDAS, or BODMAS, as I incorrectly said. Brackets first. That's the first thing you do. Orders is the second. So that's our exponents, our powers to 2, our square roots. Division and multiplication, left to right, and then our addition and subtraction. That's key for us to understand. We divide division and multiplication, they rank equally and go left to right. Add and subtract equally, left to right. And down the bottom here, there's a little graphic for you. After you've done B and O, I'm not going to read it for you. It's there for you. You can use it as a resource later on down the track. Let's go do some examples. Okay, we've got 3 plus 6 times 2. First of all, I look for any brackets. Are there no brackets? No. Move on to exponents or orders. Is there any there? No. Well, is there any multiplication or division? Yes. 6 times 2. Do that first. That's 12. Anything else? No. Let's go left to right. 3 plus 12 equals 15. Done. If I was to not follow that order, it would go 3 plus 6 is 9 times 2, 18. Different answer. Need to do the multiplication first. Next case, got myself some brackets. Alright, remembering that I need to do the brackets first. Do it. 3 plus 6, 9. Then just go left to right. 9 times 2, 18. If I was to not do that correctly, and I was to start with 6 times 2, that would be 12. And then 3 times 12 is 24. Wrong answer. Brackets first. What if you get a problem like this? 12 divided by 6 times 3 divided by 2. Well, we know that division and multiplication rank equally, so I just go left to right. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Times 3 is 6. Divided by 2 is 3. Left to right, because multiplication and division are equal. Final step for us here today. This is for you to do for homework. Tomorrow, it needs to be in to me, the answers to these questions, showing you working out. I'll leave them on the screen for you. Remember, you can go back and look at the videos that you have got. Recapping the lesson. We've used the order of operations to solve multi-step problems. Can you use it's BODMAS, I've stuffed that up, BODMAS, so just get them around the other way around, to follow the correct order. Can you use number fact knowledge to solve multi-step problems? Later on in the week, we're going to be using multi-step problems every day in the real world, coming up with our own problems. That was the lesson. Alright, we've got 2 questions I need you to do, and you need to have detailed notes in your Flip Learning Maths book. I look forward to seeing that tomorrow. Remember, you can use this video, you can use the posters that are going to be up on the wall, and most importantly, you can use your flip book as a guide when you need help. We're going to be working on it all week. I'll see you tomorrow.